I moved my whole firm off QuickBooks Online Accountant this year, and I want to give you the honest version of why, because I think a lot of you are about to face the same decision. And most of what you're going to read about is going to sound like a press release, which is less than ideal and provides very little value, makes it extremely difficult to make a decision. So let me get to the important part out of the way first. Yes, Intuit is paying me to make this video, but I told them the only way I do this is if I can be completely honest, including the parts that aren't finished yet. They said yes, so that's what you're getting. If you're a firm owner trying to work out whether Intuit Accountant Suite is worth the disruption, this video is for you. Let me start with what was actually bothering me. At Protea, accounting is not my primary role. My job is to run the firm, and the way I was working was disjointed. Sign in, go to a client file, pull a report, sign out, sign to the next one, etc., etc. I was constantly exporting to a spreadsheet, stitching things together by hand, and managing the practice side somewhere else entirely. None of that is too dramatic. It's just a little bit of friction, but friction at a firm level owner compounds, because every one of these minutes is a minute I'm not spending on a client, the firm, or most importantly, my team. So when Intuit Accountant Suite came along, the thing that got my attention wasn't the AI, and it wasn't the interface. It was the idea that the firm, the clients, the team, and the books could all live in one place. It was more centralized, easier to follow, and gave me the feeling of being in control. Now the tricky part, the move itself. I want to be careful here, because I think people oversell this. It was not painful. Honestly, it was pretty close to a flip of a switch, but it does look different. Things I knew where to find, I suddenly had to go looking for. And because I'm a creature of habits and that the interface changed a few times, it did create a little bit of friction and a little bit of complexity. The migration was simple, but trying to get used to the new layout took a little trial and error, but eventually I got there. And now I move more quickly than ever before. In the beginning, I definitely had my doubts if this would actually be an improvement, but honestly, it was. I really want to be fair to QuickBooks Online Accountant because I think it deserves that. For years, QBOA was the backbone of our firms like mine managed clients' books. It did its job. It got a lot of us, me included, a very long way. The date I just described, the signing in and out, the exporting, the spreadsheets, that wasn't a QBOA failing. That was a tool built for a different moment in this profession. The profession moved and continues to move forward rapidly. For me, QBOA was a necessity. It protected me and my team while letting us access our client files. And I got my certifications done, and honestly, it did nothing more and nothing less, but it did its job very well. But here's an important fact, and definitely reframes the entire conversation, and I don't think enough of us have internalized this yet. QuickBooks Online Accountant is being discontinued on December 31st, 2026. This old faithful system will no longer be available to us. And this major change is already underway. Intuit has stopped allowing new QBOA accounts entirely. Every new sign-up goes to Intuit Accountant Suite, and company admins can already move their subscriptions across today. So this really isn't a question of should I switch? It's a question of whether you switch on your schedule or on their schedule. Now this brings me to the reframe. This is what made it all click for me. I stopped thinking about Intuit Accountant Suite as a new QuickBooks, because it isn't. It is more like a new operating system for your firm. With just one sign-in, my firm, the clients, the team, the books are all available under one roof. Instead of a stack of disconnected logins and exports held together by spreadsheets and hope, I now have a tool that brings it all together for me. Sure, I can still do my certifications and access client files, but also so much more. It surfaces things I would otherwise have to go hunting for. It flags issues with third-party applications and disconnected bank accounts. It even surfaces upgrade recommendations across my client base, telling me where a client's workflow suggests a better fit inside QuickBooks. I can see my clients, accept invitations to client files, manage my team and access, all in one place. It also lets me do work from one place. Client insights, which is part of a paid Accelerate plan and still in beta, lets me review client performance, pull reports across the files we manage, and handle analysis and benchmarking. This is one I will be paying for. Books Close provides us with a tool to improve our accounting quality while seamlessly moving through a period close. And I have the opportunity to complete tax prep and those bothersome 1099s in one place. Of course, there's a learning curve, but it is simple, and everything you had in QBOA carries over. Nothing is lost. Some of it just lives somewhere new. That's the real adjustment. Not relearning your job, relearning where things are. And that's a week or two max, not a whole season. For me, the shift is this. QBOA was a tool for doing the accounting. IAS handles the tasks and also an infrastructure for running the practice. That's a different category of thing. It is a step forward. Now, let's be honest. Is it a finished product? No. And I'm not going to pretend otherwise. There are a lot of improvements that are needed, and the interface has changed a few times, and I'm guessing will change again. And tools are being built in real time through beta programs with other accounting firms. There's a lot in beta. There are a lot of features I'm still waiting on, and there are rough edges which I've run into. Luckily, I've had the opportunity to talk to Intuit about all those, and through the time, with my feedback, I've seen improvement. It's not perfect, far from it, but it is a massive jump forward, and I'm excited about the vision of what it will be. So this might sound a little bit weird that I'm telling you that it's not fixed, it's not complete, and it's not where it needs to be yet. But why am I still sitting here telling you that you should change today? Because this thing was built with accountants, not just for them. I've personally given feedback. My team has given feedback, and we've seen that feedback go somewhere. And when I took step back and look at the direction it is moving, I'm very happy. And to be honest, I'd rather be early on a platform that's been shaped by my profession than comfortable on the one that stopped evolving years ago. For me, that's an easy trade. I'm betting on the trajectory that the product is moving. And I can tell you this is what we're doing, what we've implemented, and I'm hoping that you will make the same bet. So what has actually changed? I actually log in now. I use the tool. That might sound small, but it isn't. The firm level tool simply did not exist in QBOA, so I relied on my team to pull information and build reports for me. Now the client work, the team, and the books are all in one place, and I can go get what I need for myself. I have less context switching, and context switching is where my time quickly disappears. The second big thing is standardization. When everything lives in one environment, the way my team works starts to converge. The standard stops depending on who happens to be doing the work, and we all become a lot better and improve the overall quality of our product. I'm not going to give you a number of hours saved because I don't think those numbers mean much, but I can say for me it has been a fair amount. What is important is that we're all different and it will affect our systems differently. But what I will tell you is that the week feels different and I feel in more control. But hey, you don't only have to take my word for it. Hear what other firm owners had to say in their own words to Intuit directly. And see what Dan Luthi had to say? He's happy with the direction. He's also agreeing that it's not done, that it's going somewhere worth following though. And that's exactly where I land too. So let's wrap this up. QuickBooks Online Accountant is going away at the end of 2026. Intuit Accountant Suite is where this is heading. It's not a finished product, but it is already a big step forward for the way firm owner works. The good news is, try and cost you nothing. The core plan is free, so go give it a go. There are more premium options and some paid for add-ons, so go check out the IAS page for more details. This is what I'll say about this. If you're going to look at it, now is a good time. Most of us have a little bit more time in our calendar before things get busy with year-end, tax deadlines, etc. But additionally, a lot of the stuff are free and you get to take advantage and see and try if these tools are actually going to work for you. Go give IAS a try and see what you think. There's really no risk in making the move today. In the next video, I'm going into the thing that actually made me stay, Intuit Intelligence. We'll break down what it is and how it can be used. Head to the comments and let me know if you've already made the move or if you need a little bit more of a push to make that change today. I want to hear how you and your firm are using IAS to improve the way you serve your clients. Thank you for watching. I am Zane Stevens, the founder of Protea Financial,